Today we're celebrating Luca from Chrono Trigger.
In case you have not played Chrono Trigger, which is one of the best video games ever made, and one of the closest examples to a perfect video game, to understand who she is within the story, Chrono Trigger's plot would not happen without her. She's a literal fucking genius, and single-handedly sets the events of the games in motion when demonstrating her newly invented teleporting machine, and it came in contact with a young woman's pendant and opened a rift in time. She literally ripped a hole in time and space with the power of her fucking brain, and a little bit of luck. She's obviously smart, but she's upbeat. She's a mom at heart too, not only caring for Robo, their robot friend that they meet in their time travels, but she eventually opens an orphanage too, taking care of children in the future. She's the most important character in the plot, and frankly, she's the only one that actually has the power to save a world that she'll never live to see. If you like Chrono Trigger, by default, you like Luca, since she's the true main character. Chrono is really just kind of a player insert. Luca has her own backstory and character development independent of her male counterparts as well. She really is one of the greatest female video game characters of all time, and one of the best video games of all time. The Dread? Honestly, Luca's worst feature is gameplay related. She's slow and on the weaker side with no real utility. That matters in a JRPG with an ATB system. In combat, she's arguably the worst character of the 7 people in your party, at least until the very end. Gameplay only hurts her a little, as she's still usable, but it's something to consider since so much of your experience in a game like Chrono Trigger is combat. I also wish she was a little bit apologetic for what happens tomorrow and setting everything in motion. She does take responsibility in solving it, but she never outwardly acknowledges that this whole thing is her doing. But I mean, she's a child, and children rarely do that. One other thing is I would have liked to see her as the leader of the group rather than Chrono. She's the brains of the operation, and frankly, she's the one that makes everything happen. Seriously though, I love Luca. There really isn't a lot wrong with her. And also, play Chrono Trigger if you haven't, and it still holds up amazingly well.